While going to meet King Matthias, the King of Russia stopped the carriage to relieve himself, and then he noticed a shining golden sheep, which was jumping around with full enthusiasm. When he met King Matthias, the first thing he mentioned was that same shining golden sheep. King Matthias laughed and said, "Oh man, we also have a golden sheep, and with it there is a shepherd who never lies." The King of Russia couldn't digest this. He thought, how can a person never lie? Ben Stokes, how is that possible? He decided that he must steal the sheep from this shepherd. Only then will the truth be revealed. On this matter, both kings wagered half of their kingdoms. The condition was that if the shepherd lied to King Matthias, half the kingdom would go to Prussia. The very next day, the King of Prussia, disguised as a farmer, quietly approached the shepherd, but the shepherd recognized him immediately. "Oh, you are the King of Prussia, aren't you?" And the king said, "Yes, it is me. But listen, I will give you lots of gold coins, cars, and I will give countless horses. Just give me this golden sheep." The shepherd, snatching the crowd, said, "And I will tie a bell on the gazelle and ring it in such a way that people will think the sheep is dancing. Get lost from here. If the sheep goes away, King Matthias will devour me raw." The king kept insisting, but the shepherd did not budge. Finally, the king returned disappointed and started sighing in the palace. Seeing him sad, his daughter said, "Papa, I will go and try. I will shower that shepherd with gold." And then princess also went to the shepherd's house with a box full of gold and a bottle of wine. Idiots. Oh, baby, box, don't think. By kicking the gold, the shepherd said, "I have no interest in this money. I will die and not give my golden sheep to anyone." The princess already knew that something like this would happen. That's why this time she lovingly offered the shepherd some alcohol. But add a medicine in the alcohol to awaken the shepherd's 207th bone. It was mixed. That's why as soon as the shepherd drank the wine, the princess seemed like a heavenly nymph with a melodious voice. He held the princess's hand and said, "If you want to do a biology practical with me, I can give you my sheep." The princess thought for just 1 second, and then they both started doing the practical. Just 30 seconds later, when their practical was over, the princess said, "Now give me the sheep's skin." The shepherd immediately slaughtered the golden sheep and roasted its meat, and handed its skin to the princess. As soon as she got the skin, the princess returned straight to the palace. Seeing this, the King of Prussia was overjoyed. But the shepherd, he was scared because he had broken the king's trust and put his life in danger, and now he would have to lie, even though he had never lied before. He was terrified, but then he suddenly put the stick into the mouse hole and covered it with his hat. And then he started pretending to lie. But as soon as the shepherd started lying, the stick came out of the hole and began to beat him. Now the shepherd, with his head bowed, reached the palace. Then he saw. The King of Prussia and his daughter were already sitting in the court with the golden fleece. All three were waiting to see what the shepherd would say now. Then King Matthias asked, "So tell me, what's been happening in the pasture lately?" The shepherd hesitated a bit at first, then said, "Nothing much, just that yesterday I turned the golden sheep into a black sheep." Hearing this, King Matthias happily said, "Oh wow, show us too." The shepherd quickly replied, "She's sitting right between you two." King Matthias started clapping because the shepherd hadn't lied. In fact, the princess was a black sheep which the shepherd had seen while playing.